Evenson, and welcome to my sacred laundry room. Today I would like to talk about control or letting go of control. What I've noticed is that when we become incapacitated in any way, when we become, say, ill in some way, we lose some of our abilities, or as we age, some of the things we took for granted, even maybe our ability to drive a car or make decisions on our own, become less and less. What do we do to avoid feeling very upset and depressed about this situation? I've noticed with a friend of mine who's in her mid-80s, she's not enjoying this aging process, and she's got a lot of pain, and at some point in the near future she's going to have to move to an assisted living situation, and she's not happy about that. She's also not happy about not being able to drive her car and not being able to sort of make the decisions that come with living your life. So what's going to happen as we all age, as each of us age, or if, say, we have an accident and we lose our ability to walk or read or see or hear or any of these things, how can we sort of maneuver our lives into such a way that we will at the very least be able to have peace of mind and peace of heart, peace in our hearts? One of the things that I've been thinking about that could help this situation is to actually practice ahead of time before that situation hits us. The idea of not having it all have to be perfect. Are you a perfectionist? I am. I know I am to a certain degree, and I certainly know many people who are. And the thing that gets us perfectionists upset the most is when things aren't perfect. And when are they ever perfect? I would say that in general in life, nothing ever quite works out exactly the way we want it to. It may move in the direction, but there's always going to be a snafu, or something might not be set up just right in your table setting or your kitchen, or the dishes might not have been put away. Oh, here's a perfect example. When your partner helps you wash the dishes and they don't do it right, are you going to criticize them? Best not to. Let them wash the dishes. It'll be fine. So this is something I think we all need to learn to let go of our need to control our lives in exactly every way. You know, we're all human. Things happen in life that aren't of our choosing. And then how do we deal with it? This is something that we each, we may not have control over the exact thing that happens, but we certainly can learn. We may not have it right away, but we can learn how to control our reaction to lack of control, or how to control our mind. So perhaps the suggestion here might be, what is the important thing to learn to control? Is it to learn to control all the physical realities in our existence, or is it to learn how to control our reaction to things that might not be of our choosing? And I think the second one is probably what will serve us best as time goes on. So I am working on that myself. This is what the wonderful thing about being a teacher is, that you get to teach what you're learning. And so when we learn something and we go, I think I've got that, now let me share it. It doesn't mean we've got it completely. It means that we're in the process of learning it and growing with it. So letting go, letting go, letting go. Letting go with how we think it should be. Letting go with, expecting everybody to behave exactly the way we want them to. Letting go with how we look. Oh, I've got some wrinkles. Oh dear, I'm aging. This is just the way it goes. And I know for me, I'd much rather be around a person who's kind of generally happy in their lives and contented, and not always complaining and resisting what occurs. So it has a little bit to do with that idea I've talked about in the past about going with the flow. Oh, This is the way the flow is. I guess if I don't have absolute control over it, then maybe I should like flow with it. And especially if I'm in, I guess I get caught up in the stream of things of my life. How can I make it so that I'm at least peaceful in my heart and in my soul? Because I do believe that that is a choice of whether we accept the way things are or whether we resist them mightily. And again, this isn't about accepting things that are really terrible and not putting up a bit of a fight, or say if there's an abusive person in your life, it's not about accepting abuse. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I really want to get across here is the idea of accepting life as it's given, and then always moving toward our dreams, always moving toward the best possible reality. Because in any given situation, we're going to have a level of being able to make decisions and being able to make choices. Life is about choice. But as I've noticed with my dear friend, oh man, you get old and you hurt or something happens and you're not happy about it. Best not to complain all the time, that's for sure, because then you lose your friends. Nobody wants to be around that. But also just kind of almost keeping an open mind about it and keeping a happy heart. And then I would imagine that in the process of whatever it is that you're having to deal with, you're going to be your life will be a lot smoother. And hey, we're all going to die. We're all going to die. Guaranteed. Everybody's going to die someday. How we die in the process, whether it's long and drawn out, or whether it's a sudden, heart attack, I'm gone, or an accident or something, we don't really get to choose that. But what we do get to choose is how we live each moment, each day, and how our attitude influences what happens to us. So be open, be relaxed about it, let it go, let it flow, accepting sometimes things that don't seem very acceptable. It's called radical acceptance. And so we accept it, we say, okay, this is the way it is, I'm going to accept it, and I'm going to do the best I can. And then from there, I have a feeling things will get a little bit better. And you'll be able to deal with whatever it is that you're given. So I hope this helps. I'd love to hear from you. Check out our blog at soundings.com and do comment on our blog. Let us know the ways that you've learned to manage your life and whether you're in control or not in control. It's all sort of up to the divine timing of everything. We don't really know. So be here now, enjoy the moment. Sometimes that's the best we can do. Namaste.